Hi, welcome to Crumb. Hi, I'm Julia. I'm the owner here at Crumb, a micro bakery. I have been baking for quite some time just as a hobby. So I was working as a dental hygienist and then decided to just pursue baking full time. I got into croissants during the pandemic and it kind of just took off from there, and that was something that I decided I really wanted to start doing instead. I really love bread, so that's kind of where everything just stemmed from. So I tinkered with sourdough for a while and just getting comfortable working with yeast. And I just kind of fell into croissants by accident. So I took a course online, was really bad at it, but kind of kept up with it, kept practicing, received some training from Chef Julian, who came down last year and helped me kind of refine my technique. That way, when we opened the storefront, things were perfected and not so like misfit pastries. From the farmer's market, was different from what we sell here now, just because I was using the technique that I had done online through that course. And so that was just using what I could find locally, not knowing too much about the specifics and really what it takes to produce an authentic French croissant. So it wasn't until I hired the French chef to come help me that I wanted to do things the traditional way. So I do have to bring in those like imported flours, the butter, same thing. So while it does cost more and maybe not so good on my end, it does produce the result that it does, which is why what separates, I think, Crumb's croissants from anywhere else here in the Permian Basin. I'm not branching out too much, so really still sticking with croissant dough, but maybe just trying different flavors, varieties, not get anything too crazy though, because I want to make sure you can still taste the actual bread. That's really what makes the croissant the croissant. Anything we add in flavor-wise is just to be an enhancer or complement the dough itself. So like my favorite one is just going to be the plain one. It's just our classic, and that's where everything else stems from. Customer favorites though are always pistachio and raspberry. And then right now we have our seasonal apple crumble one, so that's our Danish, and that one's been really popular as well. At home it was probably harder just because I was limited space-wise, and so I did learn too that the way that your workflow stations go has a lot to do with time and efficiency. So here, the way everything is laid out with our equipment, it just helps us have an even flow so that we're not wasting time. I've got more commercial equipment, so I couldn't fit a lot of that in my home. And so with the commercial equipment too, things are quicker, able to produce more. And so it's honestly not too bad now. I remember if someone would order like 12 croissants for me, I'm like, oh, that's a lot. Now that's kind of a baby amount for me, yeah. Yes. So yeah, it works pretty well. I will say I think we've already like outgrown the space and we do need more things, but for now we're still making it work. I love the space that we're in. It's small and it's home for me right now. So yeah, but oh, sorry. You're good. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so for now, the workflow, we just have to work with what we have, but hopefully in the future, we are able to expand. That way we have adequate space that we need and to bring in more help. A little bit of both, I would say. So while I was working dental hygiene, all I kept thinking of was baking, and like, I feel like that's where my heart was and that's where I wanted to be. So my mind, I feel like, was split between both jobs because I love both. I did have to plan it out, and I would say the most scary part was probably just I'm going from a consistent income to now whatever I make, that's the amount that I'm going to bring in, and hopefully it sells. So I would say that's the scary part, but my head, I think I've always been the kind that if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. And if it doesn't work, at least I tried. And that's the mentality I have. And if it doesn't work out, then I always have dental hygiene to fall back into. Yeah. I just love doing it. And it's mine. So I think that really makes it easier to get here. So I will say that's the difference I've noticed. Waking up to go to a job that's yours is more enjoyable than going to a job and working for someone else. Even if you have a great boss, and I did, like, all the good things about them, but waking up early and coming here is just, it's easier. Yeah, most of the time, end of day, unless there's things I have to do and run out, then I'll leave it to my other baker to help me wrap things up. And then the girls up front can just take care of things up here. So, but we try to all share the load. No, it was hard to start. I did have one of my friends helping me. So that was just us two from the very beginning for a little while. So that was tough. But we've slowly added on, had quite a few people come through just trying to find the right fit. But right now we've got a pretty good team that I'm happy with and they're happy. So
yeah. It works out.
Yeah. It's hard. I say just go for it. Go for it. Figure out too whether maybe food truck is your end game. Maybe it's a storefront. For me, I just like coming into a space. I also think in a space more so than being at home or just markets, you do get more exposure just from having a building because people they want somewhere to go. And it's not a lot of people want to go buy from someone that bakes out of their house, even if it's the best things ever. It's just some people have the mentality that, no, I'm not going to someone's house. So, yeah, I would say just figure out which direction you want to go with your business, save your money, cost your things right, and yeah, you should be just fine.